Hello, Internet, and welcome to A Drink to the Past Reviews a Random Movie. Today, I have an interesting review for you, but we'll get to that in a minute after we introduce the beer of the week, which is Kona's Big Wave. That's available a lot of places. It's a craft, but it's from Hawaii, and I can buy it in Denver, so is it really craft at that point? I don't know, because I don't argue semantics, I just drink. Either way, solid beer, like a 12 on a scale of 3 to 17, so a bit above average, and for a light, easy drinking beer, that's pretty good. So today's movie is an interesting case because I actually reviewed it last week. I recorded the review, but I haven't posted it yet, and I'm gonna record this one as a kind of a re-review because in an interesting case, I watched Exit 8 last week. That's the movie. And this week, literally today, I found out that movie is based off of a video game. And I had no idea going in. I had never heard of it. I just saw there was a movie called Exit 8, and it was at a time that I could watch a movie. So I went and I watched it. That's how I do movies sometimes. And after finding out that it was a video game movie, I was almost unsurprised because actually a few times through the movie, I kind of thought, this seems like a very video gamey idea. The core concept is a little bit Groundhog Day, but maybe a little more surreal horror kind of, instead of a comedic take on it. But also not a whole day. More like the length of a small subway tunnel that you should be able to get from the subway to the ground to exit the subway, right? And that's kind of the whole thing, is you're kind of looping through this whole thing. And so when I found out it was a video game, I was instantly like, where can I play this video game? This sounds very interesting. So I played the game tonight. It's available on most consoles as well as Steam, so go check that out if you're interested. It was less than $5 on Switch. I think it was even cheaper on Steam, so depending on where you play games, check it out. Definitely worth your less than $5. The video game itself is a very interesting, and I had to stop playing it for tonight because I haven't played anything like this creepy in a long time. I haven't had a game really get under my skin in a long time, and it's that's not the kind of thing that really happens to me very much. I watch a lot of horror movies and that kind of thing. I don't play a lot of horror games, but even the horror movies that get under my skin, it's after 20 minutes or so, I'm like, all right, I kind of shook it. It was a movie, it was fine. But this is because it's an immersive experience, because you're controlling what's going on and you're more in this moment, it's very different to experience horror through a video game setting than it is through a movie setting. And that's almost one of the interesting things, is I feel like both versions of Exit 8 definitely sell the idea that you're kind of stuck in this situation, whether it's you kind of more personally through the video game or the main character of the movie through the movie. It's just a very interesting concept to kind of be stuck in this thing. And playing the game, it's definitely one of those things where you're kind of you're sure that you're going the right way, and then it was the wrong way, and then you're just I understand almost way better the character in the movie now that I've played the game for, probably about an hour and a half since I got home. And that is just enough, because I imagine this is not a very long game. If you really get the concept and are really paying attention, I feel like you could probably beat this game in 10 minutes if you're good. But I feel like that's probably also not going to be most people's experience, because it's kind of designed off of paying attention to small details. And those small details are, in some cases, pointed out in the movie, but the main character doesn't see them. And that's an interesting concept to me as well, because if I could rewind that and look for that little detail that I missed, I feel like that would be a very interesting thing. Or if I don't know, like, if I eventually beat this game, I would be curious if there was a thing that could be like, oh, you missed this in this part where you were going through. That would be very curious to me. And that's kind of the way that the movie took it, is it kind of took the same core concept of the video game, and it just kind of made it more understandable in a movie setting. And that's really like something that I kind of understood watching the movie itself, but knowing that it's a video game movie, kind of pointing out the way that video games work in a movie setting was fascinating. Uh, just something that video game movies don't really do. And it's a fascinatingly strange video game to make an adaptation of, but it worked so well. Like, I almost want to post my other review just because it was basically, hey, go watch this movie. It was great. But now knowing that it came from a video game and the video game is also incredible just elevates it even more, because it's not just that it's a good movie, it's a good movie based off of a video game that really does justice to the original concept invented by that video game. So go check out Exit 8 on any console you want, or it's in theaters now if you want to watch the movie or play the video game. I would recommend both, and it's honestly an interesting experience to have watched the movie and almost been spoiled a little on the kind of things that can happen in the game, but still there's enough happening in the game that you're not spoiled enough that you're just going to breeze through it. And it's really well done. Both of them are such interesting just pieces of media that are the same thing but totally not, but totally the same. I would go do both, honestly. Highly recommend the game, highly recommend the movie. Check out Exit 8.